Hello Pisces, or a person who is interested in Pisces. I am Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but want to hear their February forecast. And this is your forecast for February 2025. Before I move on to talk about what this February means for you or for the Pisces you know, let me play you a very short video where I talk about the February astrology in general. If you watched another horoscope and you know already, just skip to the next section. Notice the background? This is the apartment that we just started renting and are renovating now. But this is not why I'm filming here. I'm filming it here because this is the perfect metaphor for where we are in the beginning of 2025 astrologically. Now, I love the astrology of 2025-2026, although it contains a frankly scary and confusing conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. But what I love about it is that by the end of 2026, we will be in a completely new era. I will get into it more in the summer months when the glimpses of this new era will be more present with us. But it's kind of like this apartment, you know, the new apartment will be here. It's just impossible to say at the moment how exactly it will be different from the old apartment that was here before we deconstructed everything. So in January, we were mostly dealing with old stuff or with the consequences of what happened in 2024. And in February, we begin kind of the same way. Mars is still retrograde. The super slow planets that take years to move through just one sign, they are all, except for Pluto, still in the old signs. They will move to the new signs in the summertime. But things start picking up slowly, very much like our renovation plans. We still need to do some work on what is here, you know, getting rid of something, cleaning up a little bit. But then the new things will slowly start becoming more and more important. So what are we looking at? Venus, the planet of beauty and pleasure and love, moves from Pisces to Aries on the 4th of February. This is a bit of a downgrade for her, but a very useful one. Two slow planets that I keep talking about, Saturn and Neptune, will move into Aries and will form an extremely important and influential conjunction there. It is not an easy one, but it has a lot of potential. And Venus, because of its retrograde, in the next 2 months, it will be crossing it 2 times and then again in May. And it will start giving us clues. Specifically, it will start giving us clues about what could there be in this area of your chart where the beginning of Aries is, that is so beautiful and so worthy and so valuable and so seductive probably that you wouldn't mind doing the work that Saturn and Neptune will require you to do later on. Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, is ending its retrograde, goes direct also on the 4th. It will need a bit of time to pick up speed, but in general, now it is more powerful than ever since it entered Gemini in the last summer. So if you were a little bit disappointed with the performance of Jupiter in Gemini, this is the time when it can redeem itself. We also have a bombastic full moon in Leo on the 12th. We have a curious, gentle, and kind of very nice new moon in Pisces on the 28th. On the 24th, Mars goes direct, and new things will start popping up here and there from then on. Now, Pisces. This month begins with a magical conjunction of Venus and mystical Neptune at the very end of your sign. This will mostly affect the late Pisces, and how you know it is affecting you is when you notice how incredibly sensitive you are to beauty and charm. This is the time to enjoy, to love, and to not overindulge in things that are pleasant but not good for your health. On the 4th of February, Venus will leave your sign for Aries, which rules your solar house of private finance, which is earnings, spendings, and private property. This is what Saturn will want you to work on in 2025-2026. This is where you will have to go through a long-term, labor-intensive process of rebuilding and restructuring. Not now, but maybe in the summer months of this year, definitely in 2026, you will enter a labor-intensive, time-consuming process of building a foundation upon which you will be able to later thrive financially. This February and March, though, Venus here will give you an opportunity to think about what it is that you like so much about having money. What does thriving financially look like for you? What would you love to have from having money? And while I'm at it, what would you love for your family and home life to be like? This is more of a short-term project. Jupiter is responsible for it. It ends its retrograde also on the 4th and goes direct. And you will have something like 4 months to use its blessings and additional luck that comes with them to move, renovate, buy, expand, sell, upgrade, or spend more time with your family, or like pay attention to your family more, add to your family, just enjoy your family's company a lot. Mars will still be retrograde in Cancer in the beginning of the month, but the retrograde will end on the 24th, and then Mars will start picking up speed. And this may be important for artists or lovers. So Mars retrograde will ask you to consider how you use your passion to achieve more joy. Like, are you trying to squeeze it out of doing things you don't feel passionate about? How is that supposed to work? Or are you applying too much pressure? Also a possibility. So this balancing act between passion and flexibility and sensitivity is something that you can work on during this retrograde, specifically in creative and projects and in romance. Full moon on the 12th of February illuminates your solar house of routine tasks, daily labor, and administration. So something may come up there in the days surrounding the full moon, and it may be connected with technology or documents or health or colleagues or transport. It may be disruptive, but it's more likely that it's something either innovative or something that honestly you could have thought a little bit in advance of. New moon on the 28th of February in your sign is lucky and grounded at the same time. It is a really nice new moon to plan ahead, and Mars will already be direct, so this is your green light, which I wish you to be able to use to full extent. Wish you a very nice February, Pisces. If you have questions, please ask in the comment section, and consider subscribing if you want to receive future forecasts. See ya.